Normally on Auto by Tel, you see us reviewing all manner of cars that you're going to see regularly on the streets. You've seen us drive the Nissan 370Z. You've seen us step all the way up to BMWs and some luxury cars from Mercedes-Benz, the Porsche 911. We've also gone all the way down to the Kia Rio, the Hyundai Accent, stuff like that. Today, however, we've got something a little bit different, and you're in for an Italian treat. It's the 2012 Lamborghini Gallardo LP552 Spyder. We're going to take a look at it. The Gallardo has been around since the 2004 model year, and in that time it hasn't changed too much. The engine has gotten a little bit bigger. There's been more power. There's been tons of special editions. There's a first and a second generation, but it'd be hard pressed for you to tell them apart, for anybody to tell them apart for that matter. What we could be staring at here is one of the last editions of the Gallardo. This is the LP552 Spyder. Spyder means convertible, 550 means 550 horsepower, and the 2 means it's rear wheel drive. From far away, you know you're dealing with something special, but once you get up closer, those details really start to stand out and make this car really pop. This is that iconic wedge shape that is akin to almost every supercar these days, and it wears it well here. That shape's worn quite nicely on the Lamborghini. You've got the big bull badge up front. You've got an almost Reventon-inspired fascia. You've got these great lights that look brilliant day or night. Coming around to the side, you've got these 19-inch front and rear wheels that really pop. They're not overly chrome. They're almost a satin finish, which is much appreciated these days in overly done chrome. This is a convertible, and it's one of the rare convertibles that looks good with the top up. In a little bit, we'll take the top down though, so you can see that too. Coming back, you've got these massive side sills. You've got the engine back here with these heat retractors that take away the heat from the engine, because as we know, these things can get a little hot. The big exhaust out back, the rear diffuser, the whole thing screams supercar, and that's what you get when you get a Lamborghini. One of the sore spots of owning a supercar like this is that you have such a low front end. Luckily, since around 2008 or so, Lamborghini has offered a standard feature that raises the nose of the car. Now driveways are no problem. Lift the nose up, you've got ground clearance. Hit the button again, set it back down, and head on down the road. It's all business when you jump inside the cockpit of the Lamborghini Gallardo. The seats are tight and bolstered, but they're actually surprisingly comfortable. This isn't as drastic as you might see in the Superleggera model, which has fixed back carbon buckets and really get you in there tight. This is more of a Grand Tourer, so the seats are a little more comfortable. It's not exactly spacious though. I'm 6'3" and I'm cramped in here. I'm comfortable and I'm gonna have a good time, but I could use a little bit more room. That said, I've got controls that are easily laid out. Ever since Audi took over, things have gotten much better. This is clearly all borrowed from the Audi Volkswagen family. It's easy to read, it's easy to use. The gauges are easy to read. They're brilliantly displayed, even though everything is in Italian. So my benzina is just under 100% and my press olio is at about a quarter. So we're doing good there. You've got your paddles here, which are easy to read because this is automated manual. You can put it in automatic, you can put it in sport automatic, you can put it in manual, you can put it in sport manual, or if you're brave and adventurous and you don't have any back problems, you can put it in Corsa. So when you hit that button, every gear shift is gonna shift you hard into your seat. That's the way we like it though, it's fun. So maybe we should go take it for a spin. So what's it like driving a Lamborghini Gallardo? Well, it's a mixture of extremes. There's extreme levels of handling, there's extreme power, there's extreme noise, there's extreme braking. The brakes are excellent. The handling is wonderfully weighted and balanced, and you can just fling this thing from side to side. You can also maneuver it surprisingly well at slow speeds. It has a great turning radius, and lock to lock is easy. The transmission can be extreme when you put it in Corsa, or you can set it in automatic and coast through traffic. It's a wonderful blend of an amazing supercar that you could honestly take to work every day. So what does it take to get into a car like this? Well, as you're probably guessing, a lot of money. Mucho dinero. This car right here is nearly $254,000. That's a lot of coin, but you're getting a lot of car. It's very capable. Not everybody else is going to be driving one. You're not going to bump into 10 other Gallardos going on the road, so there's an exclusivity factor to it as well. The amount of fun that you can have in this car is nearly proportional to the amount of money you can spend. Sure, you could say that about a lot of other cars that are a lot cheaper, but those aren't Lamborghinis, and this one is. So for 2012, Lamborghini is presenting us with the Gallardo LP552 Spyder. This might be a swan song for the Gallardo. Might not be though, because they're probably going to squeeze out a few more versions. But if this is a goodbye to the Gallardo, so we can see what else is out there, just as the Murcielago bowed to the Aventador, this is one hell of a way to go.